A very pleasant morning to all the attendees, esteemed faculty members, and research scholars who have joined us today. We have come to the fourth day of the Faculty Development Program on Futuristic Trends of Language and Literature, Impact on 21st Century Learners, organized by the Department of English and Other Foreign Languages, SRM Institute of Science and Technology, Ramapuram campus, Chennai. And it gives me great pleasure to welcome you all once again. The live webinar broadcasted today is on why learning German is a good investment. And we have with us today Mr. Jaya, entrepreneur, teacher trainer, German language expert, and former assistant professor in German, SRM Institute of Science and Technology, Ramapuram. A very enthusiastic and dynamic person who is going to deliver an interesting and thought provoking lecture presentation on this topic. Before we move on to the welcome address, I would like to gently remind you all once again to stay with us till the end of the session to access the quiz and feedback link. And don't forget to post your queries, if any, in the live chat stream on YouTube during the question and answer session at the end of the presentation. There will also be a mid-session attendance form today. The link will be posted during the session at any time, and you will be reminded of the mid-session attendance during the session before we post the link. So I would like to request you all to fill that form, which will take up hardly of your minute and then hardly of your time, and then you can come back to the lecture immediately after. I would like to now call upon Dr. Rama, Professor and Head Department of English and Other Foreign Languages, to deliver the welcome address. Over to you, ma'am.
Thank you, Walter. Pleasant morning to all the participants. The Department of English and Other Foreign Languages, SRMIST Ramapuram campus, welcomes you all to another wonderful day, day 4 of the week-long FDP on futuristic trends of language and literature, impact on 21st century learners. Day 1, we focused on English literature, day 2 on English language, and day 3 on French. And today, day 4, we move to German. For an excellent insight into the opportunities available after studying German, we have with us today our own former colleague, a German language enthusiast, Mr. Jaya Senthuran, who is an entrepreneur. I thank him and I welcome him most heartily. And to take the session further, I invite Dr. Walter.
Thank you, ma'am. I would like to say a few words about Mr. Senthuran. Mr. Jaya Senthuran runs a construction and fabrication company with his office in Chennai. He is an entrepreneur, teacher trainer, and German language expert who has completed his master's in design engineering in FH Lübeck, Germany. He has also completed at the same time a C1 level in German language during the course of his master's in Germany. So his passion for the language started out just as a hobby. He joined the Goethe Institute in Chennai for German language courses. As he learned the language, he was intrigued to know more about the German language, Germany, and he was determined to study in Germany. He has now completed his master's and he has his startup in Chennai. He also wishes to establish ties with German companies in near future. So much is the allure to the German language for him. And another positive impact the language has had on him is the habit of watching documentaries, through which he has also learned a lot of German. He wishes to establish himself with German companies in the future. And coming from a mechanical background, engineering background, he connects himself with the German language. I welcome you, sir, once again, and I invite you to take over the forum. Over to you, Mr. Senthuran, sir.
Thank you, sir. Good morning, everyone. So, as Walter sir had said, like I have completed my master's in Germany in Fachhochschule Lübeck. Actually, learning German for me, it started as a passion. First, my twin sister, she enrolled herself in a German language at Goethe Institute. So it was after her I just wanted to learn this as some summertime, my summertime. So I just enrolled myself for this German language. While learning the basics levels like A1, A2, I was more intrigued by this German culture and their way of and their lifestyle, which impacted me, which intrigued me so much that I uh, I decided I had to do my masters in Germany and be along with them. So I did my masters, and during the course of my masters, I even completed my C1 language in Goethe Institute in Kiel. And even now, after having my startup in Chennai, I have that passion for German language, which attracts me towards having some business tie with the German counterparts, which I have planned for my near future. And so, right now, I'll just give you a presentation on how investing in how learning German language is a very good investment. So we'll proceed to the presentation.
Yes, go ahead, sir.
Yes, sir. So, is it clear, sir?
Yes, it's clear, sir. It's clear, sir. Go ahead.
Okay, sir. Okay, sir. So today we'll see why learning German language is a good investment. First of all, like there are various pros in learning German languages, but we'll see the three important aspects where it plays a pivotal role, mainly in business, technology and science, and education. Business. Okay. Before moving into the business details and like specifics, I'll just tell you, like English is the most widely understood language in Europe. Nearly 44% of the adults in Europe understand English, whereas when you consider like the mother, uh, when you consider like mother tongue, it is German. German is most widely used mother tongue spoken by 18% of the people, and not only German is not only official language in Germany, but it is also the official language in six other, five other countries apart from Germany, and those are Austria, Belgium, Liechtenstein, Luxembourg, and Switzerland.
Sir, may I kindly request you, sir, Senthuran, sir,
Yes, sir.
can you just click on that and that sharing dialog bar at the bottom? Just click hide on
Hi.
that bar. Yes,
Oh, yes, sir. Fine, sir.
yes.
Okay. Okay. Now we'll see the most important business sectors in Germany. There are four important sectors which dominate the German market, and those are, as you know, automotive, which Germans are very well known for, and then mechanical engineering, chemical and electrical industries. In Germany, like the share of industries which add to the gross value is nearly 23%, which is making it the highest among the G7 countries. So this is the contribution made by the industries to the gross value of that country. And I'll tell you what is G7. G7 is a group of seven developed countries, which are some of the largest IMF advanced economies in the world. And how Germans are able to attract people and advertise their products is through trade fairs, which they conduct. There are nearly like 10 million visitors around the year, and they conduct more than 150 international trade fairs. Some of the some of the biggest trade fairs are conducted in Frankfurt am Main and then Hanover and these places, which attract investors from all around the globe. So according to the statistics, there are nearly 1,124 investment projects involving foreign companies, and they are ranked second only behind United Kingdom. Okay. So I'll tell you how learning German language helps you in business. So when you are well acquainted with this language, it would be easy for you to travel in the country. Though there are boardings and boardings in English and informations, it will be very easier for people to travel in Germany if they are well acquainted with this German language. Because mostly when you go there, everything what you'll be seeing will be in German language. And even though those people they speak uh, good English, they prefer to speak in German at first place. And then language teaches you their culture and traditions. So every culture has different traditions. For example, like when we nod our head in India, it means yes. But in Turkey, when we nod the head, it means no. So these things, these morals, these mores may lead to misunderstanding. So when you learn a language, you not only learn the language, but you learn their culture and traditions, which helps you to get to know them better and avoids misunderstandings. So when you're sitting with German counterparts and when you're having business negotiations, misunderstandings won't help you in striking a deal with your partners. So in order to avoid that and have a good relation with them, it's always better to have a good knowledge of German language. And then, as you all know, the products made in Germany have the mark "Made in Germany," which is like which has that the word "Made in Germany" has nowadays it has become like a mark of trust. And there's no better time to invest time and your money in Germany for young entrepreneurs. So the first step in this process should be investing your valuable time in German language. Okay. Next, we'll move on to the second aspect, which is technology and science. Okay. German, uh, they invest nearly 53.4 billion euros in research and development, and the companies which develop in these R&D programs are like Volkswagen, Daimler, Siemens, and Robert Bosch. These are the biggest international international conglomerates, and one should know like this year, according to the most according to the Bloomberg Innovative Index, German has got the first place in the most innovative country. So this place was retained by South Korea for the past 6 years. For the past 6 years, this place was retained by South Korea, and in 2020, it was taken over by Germany. So you shouldn't be surprised about this because it's not a sudden takeover. Germany co- has been in competition for all these years. Starting from 2016 to 20, they have been in spots like 2, 3, 4, and in 2020 reaching the top spot. And in this Bloomberg index, Germany has scored three top five rankings in value-added manufacturing, high tech density, and patent activity. And Germany ranks fourth in international ranking in spending on R&Ds, only after US, China, Japan. And So I'll just brief you on how learning German language helps in the field of science and technology. Though there are, though English has become a common language for scientific papers and research, there are diverse research papers in German language which deal with new advancements in the field of science and technology. Though they can be translated using some mere translator, it is always advantageous to learn the language and get the overall grasp of the research subject and avoid misinterpretations. And it also merits an opportunity to interact with the authors of these articles, who, in case, are not fluent in English. And whenever you're going to discuss with a German counterpart, like you have to, there should be a common language of communication. And I always feel it is courteous to use your German language than to expect the other to speak in English. And of course, it avoids misunderstanding, and it improves when you're working with your German counterparts, scientists, and other research scholars. It will be easier to connect and work if your knowledge in German language is good, and it also promotes cooperation. Okay, now I'll come to the important topic, that is how German language learning German language helps in education. So one should know the employment rate in Germany is second highest only to UK in Europe, and 91% of the graduates, according, according to the census in 2017, are engaged in the job market. Okay. And this chart shows the annual average unemployment rate in Germany from 2004 to 2022. And you can see the unemployment rate has climbed down from 11.7% in 2005 to 5.2% in 2020. This shows that more than more than 94% of the people in Germany are employed. And then, according to study.eu, country ranking for 2018 for international students, Germany is the preferred spot for international students. And this study was based on three criteria, namely quality of education, cost for living and tuition, life and career. So for many students, the tuition fees is the most important criteria. Importantly for students from India, for if they want to go to US, they have to spend some 20 to 30 lakhs. It's a minimum cost unless they get a scholarship. But most universities in German are public universities, so you will only have to pay an administrative fee, which is usually between 100 to 350 euros per semester, and then you have your living cost, which again will be covered by scholarship programs and EU funds if you excel in your academics. And these are some of the scholarships in Germany for international students. There are so many scholarship programs provided by the German state itself and also from the European Union. So I'll just brief you on how learning German language helps in education. It increases your job opportunities both within the German country and also abroad. And in every course, you should know there are few elective subjects, okay, which are taught only in German language. So if you master in that language, you will have an opportunity to learn those subjects. And before going to study in German, if you have a good German language, you can develop very good contacts, you can maintain a better relationship with them, and gain much information from your peers, and it also helps you in working in group projects and increases your ability to work in a team. And last but not the least, you will get a broader view of the world. So, so I just ask you like start learning German language just as a vocational activity. Just try it out and see whether you have passion in it or not. If yes, then just go ahead learning the other levels. That's it. So thank you for your attention.
Sir, are there opportunities to learn German in Germany? Can you offer a few suggestions on
Mm,
how to learn? How can the participants, the faculty, or if anyone going to Germany and pursuing courses, can they offer? Can they learn any course there?
mm.
And is it mandatory for them to learn German as well at the same time? So can you offer any insight into this?
So yes, there are see this German language has become a very well established language by Goethe Institute. So there are multiple opportunities to learn German language, and if you are only interested in teaching German language, you can after completing your C1 level in India, you can just go to you can do your C2 level in teaching in Germany, which is again supported by Goethe Institute. And other than that, you can learn any level. So from A1 to C2, you can learn any level at any time in Germany. All that you have to do is just register in that particular course offered by the university, and you can just go as a trip to travel around Europe as at the same time learning German. And for people who are enrolled themselves in a masters in engineering and medicine, those people can just enroll themselves. The university itself, first of all, provides you with the basic levels up to B2. And if you want to further upgrade your levels, you can just enroll yourself in the nearby Volkshochschule. That is it's a government run language institute in German, which is at every place.
And what are the work opportunities which are in Germany? Can you
Work
offer any
opportunity.
yes
Work
insight into
opportunity.
this? Work opportunities in Germany, and in
Mm.
what fields are there opportunities, job opportunities?
Oh, yes, sir. So work opportunities is like, as I said, like in German there are only four markets are four business fields are dominating the German market. Mainly, it's as you all know, automotives. Germans are known for their automotives like Volkswagen and those things. So it's automotive, mechatronics, and chemical industries, and electrical. These are the fields. These are the attractive fields for young aspirants who wanted to go to Germany.
Can you provide into the fact that German, how is it similar to the English language, and how easy is it to learn German if one knows English?
Oh, okay. So like the wordings and everything is like English. The writing part is like English, but it differs in pronunciation. So if you have a good command of English language, then obviously there are many new words in 20th century which are from English language, which are just like that taken into German. So all these comes under like Anglo-Saxon language. So Having a good command of English language will eventually help learning German.
Yes, and a lot of participants also wanted to know about before they joined this. While joining this FDP, we had a lot of queries since you
Mm.
wanted to speak about learning German. Why learning German is a good investment. So another one thing they would wanted to know before joining this is: are there any career opportunities for educationists in German for academicians? And could you provide any thoughts on this, sir?
For teachers and teachers now, sir.
Yes. Teachers or people who want to start up educational institutions
Mm.
there in Germany.
Mm. So okay, so education is like so German standard of education is totally different from our standard. So so all that we have is schools, and after that we move to universities, but they have a different setup actually. They have some technical university, they have three subordinates. Not if all the children go to universities. So few go to like technical studies and only few go to universities. And it's the German education system is a very complex system. And for people from India who are like in this entrepreneurs who are in this educational field, there is scope. They can like teach international language like German, see international language like English in Germany, and they can yeah, they can teach a language like English in Germany, and they can conduct courses. There are like courses in Germany for learning about Asia, like learning about China. Like these are economic courses which teach about Asia, China, like how we are learning about Europe and other countries. Even those they are they are willing to learn about India, China, and they are those young entrepreneurs in Germany are they are willing to invest in developing countries like Africa, India, and China.
Thank you, sir.
Yes, sir.
Since this was since we have had a presentation as well as made this session interactive like this, the a lot of participants would also like to know what covers the B2 C1 course, like up to which level they need to learn, they need to get certified for to work in Germany or to work in India as well. So,
Mm.
what level of German is needed, and what does it encompass? That what kind of material or what skills does it teach in
Okay.
those particular courses up to C1 level? Can you give an elaboration on this, sir? Can you elaborate more on this?
Yes, sir. So, so first of all, when you see in India, like if you have knowledge of German language, there are job opportunities for you in various German-based international companies, and as well as in mm, Amazon and those companies where they offer you a very good pay if you have a knowledge in a B1 and B2 level. And in India, you can even this B1 and B2 level, you can start your teaching as a vocational activity for your and passion. And when you consider moving to Germany and working there, then your level of German should be really high. So I would suggest like C1, C2 should be the level of German you should be proficient with when you're moving to Germany. Though I would really suggest you to complete like B1 level or only till B1 level here and go to Germany and then learn the other levels, because the pronunciation actually differs. When you learn there, when you interact with people, you move with people, and that way of learning is totally different. Even I did my B2 course here, and once again I did my B2 course again there, and there was a lot of difference between doing it here and there. So I would suggest for people who wanted to work in India with this German language, increase their opportunities. They can learn up to B1 level, and if they are planning to move to Germany, then they should learn again till B1 level here, and they should go there and enroll themselves there with the higher levels.
Thank you, sir. Uh, we have in this FDP a lot of English faculty members, sir, who have
Yes, sir.
joined us, but who are interested in knowing about German language, why it is a good investment, as you said. We have a lot of teachers asking, English teachers asking
Mm,
us how how would it be beneficial in their career learning German? Like as an English teacher,
mm.
like how would it benefit them learning German? And what books and you suggest some books, and they would also like to know about what is the fee structure of learning these courses. Do you have any idea in India?
Yes, sir. So basically, uh, so learning, you can learn either for passion, you can learn about their culture, you can learn about their culture, morals, and everything. And learning about Germany is a really interesting thing. Interesting thing. They have been a very important part of World War II, and they are a developed country. So you will learn a lot of. There's a lot of history, modern history, which comes when you learn about this. When you learn about Germans, and you will get to know about the background of how the war started, and you will also get a profound knowledge in the field of history and economics. And yeah, and learning a language always improves your memory power. So if you're a bilingual person, it always helps you to boost your memory. So that is a medical side of it. And if you want to learn German language in India, I would suggest you to learn the basic levels like A1, A2. You can A1 at least you can learn by yourself. So these days there are like very good apps like Duolingo and those apps which you can just follow and learn German language. So when you want to move a bit further, then you can go and join both the institute because A1 is a very basic level which can be learned by oneself. And if you ask me the fee structure, I suppose they are charging something like nowadays it's due to the demand like the prices have hiked, and I suppose they are charging like some 16 to 18,000 per level. And when apart from going to this institutes and learning, the learning actually must start with yourself. You have to engage yourself passionately in learning a language. A language is always like that. So there are like many websites like Deutsche Welle, and there are many documentaries in German language which are very informative, and links of which a few of which I have given in my presentation, which can be just seen as and when you're free.
Thank you, sir. Up to what level basically they need to communicate efficiently in German? Up to what level, and is B1 enough, or B2 enough, or is C1 necessary, like what you have completed?
Yes, sir.
And what are the institutes apart from Goethe in India? Do you have any idea? A lot of participants would like to know what are the institutes that they can learn German, the top institutes in India.
So like top institutes like Goethe Institute, they are very well established and they have German faculties in that for higher levels. Other than that, there are so many institutes that has recently come recently come. So if one can just Google, there are like so many institutes with ratings. So before joining, I would suggest people to just see the reviews and ratings, and join those institutes. And then, in order to speak German, it's always better to go there and interact with people, because even after learning B2 language, my proficiency in German language was not as good as the refugees who were in Germany, because they were speaking a better German than me, because they have been there for more than 6 or 10 years. So being with people, interacting with them is the best way to learn a language. So there are few short-term courses like 3 month to 6 months courses in Germany, where you can go to Germany and learn their language. So that is the though it's a costlier option, it's always a better option.
Uh, so one final discussion which a lot of participants have, and once we finish this discussion, we can move over to the question and answer forum where I will post some of the relevant queries on the screen for you to see. So before
Yes.
we move on to that, they would like to know. Uh, these are some of the queries and most of the queries which we got even before the session. What is the scope for German in India? What are the opportunities which are there if one learns German, regardless of the field in which one is? So a person can be an engineer, a person can be a teacher,
Mm.
no matter what profession. If they want to start learning German, and if they do start to learn German, what is the
Yes.
scope? How will it help them in their professions, and what are the career opportunities which are there in India, and what is the scope for those opportunities?
Okay, sir. So for people who are see, most of the people are working in MNC companies. So if they learn this German language, they would really have an opportunity to go for an offsite in Germany, because normally they send you to US and UK, because as Indians, in English as an official language, you will be good in English. They usually send you to US and UK. So when you are proficient in German language, so not everyone will be proficient in German language. You'll merit a chance, okay, and the competition will be few, and there are chances you go for some training to Germany, and as well as knowing German language. Like I have my few of my friends, they work in Amazon. Like if they know German language, they move to a different section. They go from a normal catalog assistant. They go to a position. They go to position like a German expert. So they pay basically increases 200%, which is like a enormous increase by knowing like a basic level German levels like B1. So what would it cost you learning this B1 level? Is it's only a matter of 6 months max. At max you can even learn it in 4 months, and it will cost you some 50,000. But once you know that, if you're proficient in that language, this B1 level, your pay increases from 20,000 to 40,000. This is in Amazon. And also, if you know German language, it will be easier for you to move to German based companies. So that's it, sir.
Thank you, sir. Thank you so much.
Thank you, sir.
Um, this instead of just having a lecture presentation, this discussion was even more
Interactive.
fruitful. And this, yes, it was interactive, and we have made it sort of a different session, because most of the webinars which we have are just lecture presentations, and but this one, where we were able to discuss most of the queries which were asked to us, by many teachers, by many faculty members who are completely new to German. Like when they saw this topic, they were very intrigued, because This is a very unique FDP, sir, where we have a mix of English and foreign language topics. Okay, and so far I have as a foreign language person, I have not come across an FDP like this. So we are very Savitha ma'am and I are so happy, and the entire department is very happy to have hosted FDP, which has a mix of both this. So there were these were the queries which we got from English faculty. Most of the English faculty who asked us why would they want to join a session like this on why learning German is a good investment. We will have a short Q&A session, sir, where you can take
Yes,
up
sir.
where I kindly request you to answer a few queries by the participants themselves
Sure,
straight
sir.
off during the live session. There are a lot of positive comments, overwhelming feedback in the chat, in the live chat stream. Uh, so we will move on to the Q&A session, sir, now. I will
Yes, sir.
make the questions appear on the screen, sir.
Yes, sir.
So there are a lot of repetitive questions which you have already answered, like what is the scope for German in India, and what are the institutes. There are also a lot of requests for you to speak in German. They
Oh,
want to hear a few verses from you in German.
yes, sir.
So shall we do that, sir? I mean, can you say a few verses which you like, or which you learned as a German learner over the years?
Yes, sir, sure. mm, ich heiße Senthuran. Mm, ich komme aus Indien. Ich freue mich sehr, diese Sprache zu lernen und darüber in diesem Webinar zu sprechen. Und ich werde allen vorschlagen, Deutsch als eine Fremdsprache zu probieren, in einem Kurs teilnehmen. Und das ist alles.
Thank you, sir. Thank you. We have a question by Miss
Yes,
Neha.
yes, I have seen that. So, in order to study in Germany, learning a German language is not a mandatory. So it depends on the universities. Not all the universities make it as a mandatory, but definitely all the universities suggest learning German language, because without learning German language, it is very difficult for you to like go there and mingle with Germans. It is for your convenience and for your, if you want to develop friends and good relations with German counterparts and have a very good beginning, you should learn this German language. How long? Of course, like I learned German here and I was speaking German here with my friends who I learned along with me, but which is definitely different from what people speak in Germany. There are like so many mistakes in pronunciation. So it took time for me to actually speak a very good German. So I was living with Germans, and after living with them for nearly like 6 months, I was able to speak fluently with them. Okay, with respect to arts faculty, like German has a very broad range of courses which are available in Germany. Not, but most of the people in India are focusing only on the mechanical engineering, automotive, and those parts. And because of that, these courses in arts are not focused by Indians. So the competition is relatively less. And if people can rightly focus on these art subjects and apply for them, the chances are actually high to go there and get a job. I mean, get enrolled in a course and then get a job. are there good job opportunities in Mumbai?
Is there any job opportunities in Mumbai? That
With
is,
respect to German language, sir?
yes, and Goethe Institute is there in Mumbai as well, no?
Oh, yes, sir. It's there in almost all the metropolitan cities. So,
So the
yes,
job
sir.
opportunities would be similar to the job opportunities you have in any place, right, in India, as you have
Yes, sir.
mentioned earlier.
As in any metropolitan cities, yes, sir.
Yes. So a lot of questions on the institutes which you have already covered, the scope for German language as well.
Yes, sir.
We would take this question, sir, by Miss Usha.
So, so German language, with respect to German language, the basic level like A1, A2 is always easier. But then when you want to be proficient and when you want to speak German with Germans, it's a bit difficult because the grammar part of German is it's a confusing one. But saying that, if you learn with passion, everything becomes easier. So once again, can you put it? Have this, Mm, so that's what I said, sir. This basic course offered by the institutes and universities are like really basic. It just gives you a start, sir, and it depends on how you take that start and improve on it. Go on further levels. At least I would suggest to go to till B1 level, or else like if you learn just simply A1 level in a matter of months, you will really forget it. Surely, sir. Like now in Germany, like those students are learning English language, and as well as like they're concentrating on Asia. That is, Asia means they are learning Chinese language, Mandarin, and those things. Okay. Regarding sports opportunities in India, we are not focusing that much on sports. We are not giving like apart from cricket and what else, cricket. Apart from cricket, there aren't much sport in India. But when you see Germans, they come in the like top half in almost all the sports. They are in into all the sports, and even there are many studies conducted on these sports, and there are various courses related to sports. So all that one has to do is just go to this DAD website and search courses related to sports. How to remove history. So so all that one has to do is be part of a group to remove this hesitation, to come over this hesitation. When you join some institutes, you can come over this hesitation. There'll be like people with similar mindsets and ideas, and they will have a reason to learn German language, which again you can learn from them. So group activities helps learning German language more. So not only German language, with every language group activity is more interactive one. Elaborate on school system. So and the school system is like a really complex one, and I have only a little knowledge on that because I joined a technical university, and as far as I know, the school system in Germany is It's a complex system.
Thank you, sir. With that, we come to an end of the Q&A session.
Yes,
Uh,
sir.
as an end to this to your session, we would like the participants also have requested for you to mention a few expressions in German which can be used on a day which are used on a day-to-day basis. So most of them are new to the German language. So they have no idea of what are the expressions used, and they would like to hear some expressions, sir. So can you, sir,
Yes, sir.
please?
So I'll just uh, teach you like four expressions. More than that will
Right from good morning, hi,
yes, sir.
thank
I'll
you.
just tell. I'll just tell some four expressions, because only then they can retain all this. They'll just forget. Uh, for in in any time of the day, if you just want to wish, in any time of the day, if you want to wish, you will just say like Guten Tag. You can just remember good day. The literal translation is good day. Guten Tag. Any time of the day, just to wish, you have to say Guten Tag. And if it's night, just before going to sleep, instead of saying good night, it's like good, gute Nacht. Gute Nacht. Morning it is guten Tag, and night it is gute Nacht. And if you want to say bye, it is choose. Choose means bye. And you can even say auf Wiedersehen. See you again. Auf Wiedersehen. See you again. So
Thank you,
these
sir.
are
Thank
the
you.
basics.
Okay. So with that, we come to the end of the session, which was very interactive, highly interactive, and the feedback from the participants are also very positive, because they for after a long time we are having a session which was highly interactive in nature. So apart from just a lecture presentation, for half an hour, we also had close to half an hour of discussion, as well as question and answer forum.
Yes, sir.
Uh, Shall we move on, Savitha ma'am? Kindly unmute your mic, ma'am.
Can you hear me?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, you're audible, ma'am. Shall
Okay.
we move on to the formal word of thanks, ma'am? I kindly
Yes,
request you,
Walter.
ma'am, to take over the forum and deliver the formal vote of thanks.
Thank you, Walter. Good morning, everyone. It's my privilege to thank one and all on behalf of the Department of English and Other Foreign Languages, SRM Institute of Science and Technology, Ramapuram. First of all, I would like to extend my thanks to our guest speaker, Mr. Jaya Senthuran, teacher, trainer, and German language expert, for gracing today's session on why learning German is a good investment. A young, enthusiastic, and vibrant teacher, he always earned a very high repute among his students for making his classes interesting and meaningful during his tenure at SRM. We are so happy to have you back here with us for this FDP. Learning German is a gateway to a whole lot of opportunities and an excellent investment of time, brain power, and money. His insightful talk set a perfect platform for the young aspirants who wish to learn German. My heartfelt thanks to our management and the heads of the institution for the extended support and advice given to us in all our endeavors. A special thanks to our head of the department, Dr. Rema, for her unflinching support and coordination at every point of time in the organization of events. My profound thanks and my earnest appreciation to Dr. Walter, Joint Coordinator, for his minute-to-minute guidance and support, and for providing encouragement towards planning and execution of this faculty development program are enormous. He always goes an extra mile in all our ventures and made this dream also a reality. I sincerely thank my colleague, Ms. Preeta Basu, for her continued support extended to handle the technical part. I extend my gratitude to all my colleagues in the department for their moral support towards the success of the FDP. I take this opportunity to thank all the research scholars, teaching fraternity who have participated from across the world overwhelmingly and make this event success. Thank you all once again and join us tomorrow.
Thank you so much, ma'am. Uh, Thank you, Senthuran sir. This
Thank you,
was
Senthuran sir.
So I would like to thank you for your opportunity and appreciation, sir.
Thank you so much, sir. With that, we come to the end of this session. The quiz and feedback are available in the live chat screen. Participants can go ahead and fill and submit it anytime today. Thank you, sir. With that, we'll end the session. You can leave the studio, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Cheers.
Yes,
Thank
Walter.
you, ma'am.
Thank you, Walter.
We can, you can go ahead and leave the studio, ma'am. I'll stay in for
Yes.
5 minutes till the
Yes.
feedback is assessed.
Yes, Walter.
Bye, ma'am.